This crazy morning routine has completely transformed my life. And it's not just me. Thousands of others across the world have experienced profound changes thanks to this system. If you've ever struggled to wake up energized or productive, you're not alone. But what if I told you a simple morning routine could change everything? This Miracle Morning framework has been translated into 37 languages, sold over 3 million copies, and is now practiced daily in over 100 countries. And these aren't just empty statistics. They reflect real-life success stories from those who have adopted this life-changing method. We'll be diving into the powerful Miracle Morning Savers framework. This life-changing morning routine is broken up into 3 sections aimed at improving your body, mind, and spirit. Mastering all 3 is key to unlocking your full potential. Stick with me through the end and I'll show you how each phase works and why they're so crucial to achieving your lasting success. Curious how? Let's get started and unlock the full potential of your miracle morning. In order to implement this life-changing morning routine, we first need to set ourselves up for success. Here are 3 key ways you can put yourself in the best position possible to achieve success through your miracle morning. Firstly, we need to make sure we get enough sleep. Did you know that every single species has some version of sleep? That's right, you share this essential need with dolphins, snails, tigers, squid, birds, and everything in between. Now, why would evolution so consistently insist on animals spending so much time doing literally nothing? It wouldn't. Sleep is most definitely not just doing nothing for hours. Sleep is where our body and brain recover to put us in a position for success the following day. So while I highly encourage starting your miracle morning as early as you can, that does not mean that you should sleep less. 42% of Americans say they don't get enough sleep. This means that you can get ahead of nearly half the population by just getting the rest you need. Getting a full night of sleep, meaning minimum 7 and preferably 8 hours of sleep, sets you up for success the next day. Whether the goal is to wake up at 5 a.m. or 7, it's important to plan for sleep accordingly. Waking up early might be hard at first, but consistency is key. If we have a consistent time in which we go to sleep and get up, we start waking up with all the energy we need to succeed. Following this, the second success amplifier is moving your alarm clock. Everyone has hit snooze before or accidentally fallen asleep after turning off their alarm. This is because the alarm clock is within reach of the bed. By moving our alarm clock to the opposite side of the room, we force ourselves to physically get up to turn it off. This astronomically decreases the chance of us getting back into bed and dozing off. I personally have a sunrise alarm clock which slowly lights up the room as the alarm approaches. I find that this helps wake up more gradually and feeling less jolted when the alarm goes off. This is a nice luxury, but any old alarm clock or phone placed away from the bed will do just fine. The last way to maximize your success is to make a plan. This is twofold, where we make a plan for success but also for failure. We plan for success by knowing exactly what we're going to do the next morning. What is step 1, 2, and 10 in our morning routine? This allows us to focus on the meaningful activities of our miracle morning rather than spending time deciding on what to do next. Planning for failure is just as important. Generally speaking, we should aim for a 90 to 95% rate of compliance. This means that we know failure is gonna happen, so let's plan for it. How are you going to not beat yourself up and get back on the miracle morning routine after you miss a day? This routine is difficult for a reason. If everyone did this, it wouldn't be very life-changing, would it? So give yourself some grace and make a plan to turn your failures into consistent success. Now that you're well rested, have a faraway alarm, and made a plan, let's get into the miracle morning. This life-changing morning routine has 3 sections that are aimed at improving your body, mind, and spirit. First things first, we need to make sure that your body is in peak performance. That's why the first step in miracle morning is exercise. I personally have a mix of weight training, cardio, and body weight workouts that I rotate through. But this exercise can be absolutely anything. All that's required is it should be challenging enough to significantly raise your heart rate. The important thing is to energize your body through motion as soon as you wake up. There can be a profound sense of pride that comes with getting a good workout in before anyone else you know is even awake. Now that our bodies have expended energy early in the morning, we should nourish ourselves. This step is optional and can happen at any stage in your miracle morning, but I prefer to eat right after I work out. While you can eat basically anything you want here, the main requirement is that this meal should energize you. If you feel sluggish after what you normally eat for breakfast, then I highly recommend switching it out for something that's more energizing. I personally have some form of eggs with avocado, shredded cheese, kimchi, baby spinach, and a high fiber tortilla. This checks off literally every food category while being high in protein, fiber, and probiotics. But whatever you decide to eat, just make sure that it's well-rounded and energizes you. With our bodies energized and ready to take on the day, we can now shift to sharpening and focusing our mind. Before we get into ramping up our minds towards peak performance, it's important to reset our brains with silence. What this means to you can vary widely, but the goal is to turn down the constant internal chatter of our minds for a short time. We We could achieve this through meditation, prayer, focused breathing, or otherwise. I personally meditate with a timer or a guided meditation for at least 10 minutes a day. Sitting in silence for 10 minutes sounds easy, right? Well, it's not. This is a difficult practice that takes a lifetime to master, if ever. Regardless of the exact silence practice, this short period allows us to challenge and focus our minds. Successful people think clearly and limit distractions. This daily silence routine infuses our miracle morning with clarity and prepares our mind for success. Now that we're focused, the next step is to nourish our minds through reading. The written word is how a vast majority of our collective knowledge is stored. Intentionally tapping into this wealth of information each and every day is a surefire way to drive towards success. While fiction books have their place in our lives, I highly recommend making this reading session strictly nonfiction. That being said, the topic can be truly anything you like. Finance, science, hobbies, geography, or really any other topic is perfectly fine to read about. Whatever you choose, the goal here is to engage our minds and learn something new every single morning. Before I teach you the final and possibly most important step of your miracle morning, I kindly ask that if you gained any value from this video, that you please do subscribe. If you're new here, I share wellness and productivity related videos every other weekend. Time is our most valuable resource, and it would truly mean the world if I've earned the few moments it takes to subscribe. Thank you. With both our body and mind primed for success, the final stage of your miracle morning is designed to benefit your spirit. This is achieved through the final 3 stages of savers, those being scribing, affirmations, and visualizations. These 3 stages can be accomplished with a journal to write in or a computer to type with. Firstly, scribing just means writing down our thoughts. This could be about the past, present, or future. The goal here is to get your thoughts on a page, to process them and bring them into the world. There are many types of journaling out there. Just pick one that's best suited for your goals and stick with it. You can look back on your writings later on to have tangible proof of your growth over time. Affirmations can be included in the overall journaling practice or be a separate activity. This includes writing positive messages about or to yourself relating to achieving your goals. These can be about professional or personal goals. Just make sure it's something you really want. Once you have this goal in mind, write it like it's already taken place. What have you done to achieve this? How are you different now that this goal is accomplished? Once you have this motivating message written down, the final step is to visualize it. Take as little as 30 seconds to close your eyes and truly see yourself achieving this goal. What does it look and feel like? Notice every tiny detail as you visualize yourself in this future situation. By writing down our affirmations and visualizing them, we can put them out into the world and better understand what we need to do to achieve them. Here's the truth. While I just gave a very rough overview of these final steps, the reality is I've already designed a free, simple method that accomplishes these 3 goals and so much more. This previously secret technique has become my most popular video for a reason. It's incredibly powerful and designed to supercharge your day in just 8 minutes. I did this 8-minute method for 1,500 days straight and will teach you how to tangibly create real, lasting change through this practice. Curious on what this short, simple practice is and how it can truly transform your life? Watch the short video on your screen now. I'll see you there.